So I'd actually like to personally thank all of our honorees tonight for sharing your vision, for sharing your experience, and from sharing your learning. You know, from the beginning, from Jeff Weiner, I learned that you could have compassionate leadership and still have phenomenal growth. The two things are not mutually exclusive. From NVIDIA, we saw the benefits of the relentless pursuit of continuous innovation. We might also have learned to always act like you're a month away from going out of business. From looking at, my brain dried. Looking at Jen and Code for America, my apologies there, we learned a bunch of things, but I think the most important thing we learned is we get the government we deserve, and therefore we can all help. This is not about somebody else, this is about us. And then finally, from Khan Academy, it's the recognition that one-size-fits-all learning fits nobody at all. And so, as I was sitting at my table listening to all four of those, I realized that all of our honorees have something kind of fundamentally in common. They all started with a big vision they had a passion for, and they didn't worry about the obstacles that were in their way. They just pushed through those obstacles, even, I think a couple of them used the phrase, when times looked a bit dark. It just didn't matter. It's as if they all had the same credo, which is things that matter are never easy. If you've read Angela Duckworth's fine book, I can't think of four groups that experience the characteristics she talked about more than anything else. These are people that had grit. And yet, the more I thought about it, particularly towards the end, I recognized that all four of these honorees shared something else in common. Yes, it's true they pursued their passion. Yes, it's true they overcome some serious obstacles, but none of them ever compromised their values. Every one of them recognized that integrity trumped importance. Now, to me, personally, integrity is the single most important thing in business. But look, I've been in the Valley for a long time. I told you at this opening, and I recognize when you pursue success, there are temptation moments where you wonder whether you should pay attention to your values or maybe put one hand in front of an eye and try to do what's best for your business. And because of that, for many years I've had this sign in my office to remind me and any visitor that showed up in my office. Now, for those of you that may not be able to see it in the back, this sign says, "Always do the right thing, even when nobody is watching." Through 4 different offices and over, 15 or 20 years, I've carried this sign from place to place. And in retrospect, with the benefit experience, if I were to rebuild this sign today, I'd probably change one word. It probably would say, "Always do the right thing, especially when nobody is watching." And with that, I'd like to leave you with a parting thought. I hope you, like me, were inspired by the 4 honorees that came up tonight. I certainly was. I'm sure you were as well. I hope that every one of you in this room are pursuing your passion. You should pursue your passion. You should overcome those obstacles, but never, ever give up your values. It's always been true, and it always will be true, that we humans, and not technology, are the things that are going to improve the world. It's on all us. It starts with everybody in this room. Thank you, and good night.